we go. That's off to a good start. Jammed already. I loaded. Never seen that happen before. See, it's just not feeding right. It's not cycling right. Same shit. It's a bolt action shotgun. Yeah, I'm out of ammo. Good shooting. I'm speechless. Alright folks, welcome to Gunlands. We've got an interesting episode for you today, and this is going to be about a very interesting firearm. This bad boy right here, which is a Rock Island Armory VRF14. This is basically a short barrel shotgun that you can own without the NFA, National Firearms Act tax stamp. And we're going to talk more about it. We're going to show you how it functions. We'll tell you our opinions on it. I mean, the video will be kind of self-evident to that, and yeah, let's check this thing out. All right, so what this thing really is it's basically a shotgun, but you know, according to the manufacturer, it's not actually a shotgun because this has a 14-inch barrel, and if this was a shotgun, it would be an NFA item, National Firearms Act regulated, and it would be illegal to own unless you have the $200 tax stamp from the ATF. But the way the engineers, I guess at Arms Corps, got around this is they made this gun from tip to the end. It's 26 inches, and according to the some of the crazy rules that we do have, a firearm like this with a short barrel, but which has a length no more than 26 inches, that's not considered a short barrel rifle or shotgun or anything like that. It would be considered just a firearm. It's basically its own classification category. So this is what this thing falls under, and that's why it's anybody can buy it. So you don't really need any kind of special tax stamps or anything like that. Now, another good thing is that this was very cheap. So I remember, I believe I picked it up last year for, it was under $400, something like $350, maybe even $300, and it came with a $100 rebate, which I used to get some accessories, some extra mags, some ammo. I mean, on the surface that sounds like a great deal, right? I mean, what can possibly go wrong? You got basically a semi-automatic shotgun, right? Really, because it fires 12 gauge. Under $300. It's short barrel, short length. Looks really cool in my opinion. It's kind of very futuristic looking. You can't go wrong, right? Well, wrong. As you will see, as we're going to show you, I had a lot of problems with this weapon. So we're going to try to test it today using various methods that we're going to talk about and see how it performs. But right out of the box, this did not perform very well. Now, the Rock Island Arms Corps will tell you that before you open any sort of return issues or cycling issues with them, you need to shoot at least 100 rounds through this gun. I think at this point we're kind of just past that point. We've shot quite a bit of shells through it of various sorts, and we'll show you how they each performed. Now, as far as the upgrades that you can put on this thing, you got your regular pick rail on the top, and on the sides you could put flashlights, things of that sort. I put these little flip-up sights as well, nothing fancy. Not that you're going to need them because this is, it's basically a shotgun, so you're not going to be using this for any sort of precision shooting. Just to stabilize it, I put this side handle on it. I kind of like it when it flips sideways, but I've seen people mount it on the bottom. The only issue I had with the bottom mount is that when you do that and you have a drum, it kind of gets in the way of you holding it. So I think basically just holding it like this, it's for me it's more comfortable. I also seen people put up the sort of like a chainsaw kind of handle on top, which is also pretty cool, and you're probably going to be shooting this thing from the hip anyway, so that makes sense. Now, what I would do want to say is some people in the comments that I'm reading a bunch of different forums, and they were talking about the legality of putting various upgrades on this, like vertical grips or side grips. Now for this thing, based on my research, this is perfectly legal as far as the grip, because this is again in its own special category. It's not a pistol. If you were to put this on the pistol, you would then make it a weapon that's kind of has a stabilizing feature to it. Then it would be considered a short barrel rifle, again with the crazy ATF rules that we have. But in this case, and I actually reconfirmed it with the ATF by emailing them, basically they said that after a lot of back and forth and dancing around, they did say that for a weapon like this that's considered just a firearm and nothing else, adding any kind of stabilizing handle, whether it's on the side or the bottom, it's not going to change that classification. Now the only thing where you might want to be sort of careful is this thing. Some people didn't. I saw some people install, I mean obviously you can't put a stock on it because that would make it a short barrel shotgun if you put an actual stock on here. But what I've seen some people do is they put a pistol brace on this, and I would say just be careful. If you were to put this one on, what I've seen people do is they would remove this little guy right here for a call it a butt plug for a lack of a better term here. But if you take this out in order to install anything on top, which you've done, remember this is 26 inches. That's what makes this gun legal to buy without the tax stamp. If you remove this little guy, you've cut down the length of this weapon. So you basically now killed the firearm category and you moved it into something else. Now that would require a tax stamp. So whether or not you add anything on top, that doesn't change it back to the firearm category. You're still going to be already in that sort of NFA zone. And if you don't pay the tax stamp, the ATF doesn't get their 200, then you don't pass go and potentially go straight to jail. So just be careful with that. It comes standard with a 5-round magazine, metal mags, kind of sort of getting AR vibes from these. Nothing special. The controls are very sort of would be familiar to the AR shooters. You got the bolt release, the safety toggle switch. I mean, this kind of, the only thing that's different is the charging handles on the side, which I kind of like. I mean, for a weapon like this, it's kind of comfortable. Mostly you'll be shooting this from the hip, but my favorite thing about this too is that aside from the standard mags, you can strap on these bad boys on it. And that's really freaking cool in my opinion. So this is a 21 round drum. I think they're about $100. Now, I mean, honestly, everything about this gun so far says that it's really cool. And I've seen people in the comments on other videos basically say, oh, this is useless. There's no use for it. I mean, I think that if you can't find a use for a short barrel semi-automatic shotgun that accepts 20 round drums, I mean, honestly, you're very, very spoiled by modern technology, because I think that's really kind of cool mix of features you get here, especially at the price point. But again, none of this really matters if this thing doesn't perform well. So that's really going to be the focus of our video and test today. All right, so this is the lightest load that we're going to use. This one didn't cycle well in the past, so let's see how it does. Jammed already. I loaded. That's it. Same shit. It's a bolt action shotgun. Lock the bolt back. Take this thing out with a good shell. Nope. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. Nope. Yep. All right, next up, Fiocchi Field Dynamics dove load. This is still light, but it's a little heavier than before. Let's see how this performs. Stovepipe.
Even worse.
Stovepipe. I guess it's a little better, right? Now it's, well, except this.
No.
Ah, that was a good one. That's it. All right, so with this ammo, it seems like after each shot, it still fails to cycle, but it's stovepipes versus just being lodged in there. So maybe it's kind of on the right trajectory, or at least that's what I want to tell myself. So we're just gonna fire one more. And this is gonna probably stovepipe. Let's see if it does. Well, actually fell out, so that's even better. Now we're gonna try heavier loads. Next step, this is gonna be the Federal 12 gauge game load. Heavier yet again. Let's try it. Stove. So that cycled, still didn't fire. And that is, I don't know what that is. Nope. It's working better in bolt action mode. Federal Premium Law Enforcement Buckshot. This is the heaviest one we have aside from slugs. So we'll see if that does the trick. Yeah, that's bad. All right, so as you can see with light loads pretty much out of the box, I mean, we're still at sub 100 rounds at this point. This thing keeps jamming like hell. It's basically useless at this point. So I had these problems before, and what I ended up doing, I reached out to Rock Island. I told them about the cycling issues. They gave me the recommendations for the ammo, which we tried. It didn't work. And then what I found out is that the first kind of series of these, it came with two springs. There was a heavier spring and a lighter spring. That kind of made sense, and then you can adjust it based on the ammo you're using. But the later ones, which I guess is what I have, they sort of put they got rid of the two springs. They just left one spring, sort of like the mid-range one. And I think that's part of the problems. So after much complaining and mental and emotional abuse, they were kind enough to send me a replacement spring. So this is for lighter loads, and we're gonna try that next and see if it changes the game. You see, this thing says light loads already, but it's not really a light load spring. This is a medium spring that they have installed by default. Brand new, beautiful, shiny spring. I'm gonna swap it out. Oh, this thing's so light now. This one is actually longer. Okay. All right, new spring, new hope. Starting again with the lightest loads. Here we go. That's off to a good start. That is off to a great start, actually. I don't know what just happened, but... All right, so we had to take this thing apart again because, as you saw, it basically locked without even chambering around. So we took it apart several times with a lot of sweat and a lot of cursing. We got it, looks like, together. It's not the greatest of mechanisms, it seems, but we're gonna try it again. So, new hope, new spring, part 2. Here we go. And dick. You know what? I'm wondering if this is the problem as well, the way they're loaded. Because if you don't load them really tight all the way, it might not work. So maybe they just need to be really tight against one another. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. Oh.
Didn't even try to cycle it.
Nope. Nope. Another fail. All right. Let's try heavier ammo. Let's see if that does the trick. This is slightly heavier, in the same order as before. What are we doing here? Okay, that's in there. Nope. Same shit. By the way, my hand's really tired from shooting like this. I mean, I got this side handle, but it's not helping all that much. And this is jammed yet again. Looks like it's not feeding properly from the magazine. That could be another issue. Yeah, so see how they're positioned? A little bit, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they're a little bit offset, and maybe that's the problem, but I'm not really sure how else to fix it because there isn't too many different ways you can load this thing. Let's try again. Okay, a little closer, but still no cigar. Nope, got a stove. And that's kind of just jam right in there. All right, so that's done. All right, let's do the drum with the heaviest one. I've lost all hope at this point, but let's see if that does anything. I don't know how people shoot hundreds of rounds in this in other videos, but that's certainly not the case with us. Nah, got my hopes up. All right, so that's double feed. Great, wonderful. Get to practice my double feed drills. Again, nope, see, it's just not feeding right, it's not cycling right. This thing is all kinds of problems. Well, I'm out of ammo. Good shooting. All right, so after much trying every kind of ammo, 2 springs, all failed, we have some good news. We have actually figured out how to make this thing work, how to turn it into a deadly weapon. You ready? Here we go. All right, we don't know what else to try. We're gonna change the shooter and let's see if that works.
It's already not working.
Wonderful. Take it out, take the mag out.
It's you know. No, it's this thing again. Remember I got stuck?
It's stuck again, right? No, we're good. Don't ride the bolt forward, but it...
All right.
Cycled. All right, listen. Wait. Before we continue, I was wrong. This thing cycles.
Maybe it's you, bro.
Maybe it's me. Up, double feed.
Try to brace harder against it. Almost.
I'm speechless. That's it. This actually cycled. Huh, look at that. Maybe you just need to put a lot of rounds through it, because as we started shooting more, it started improving slightly. And I'm gonna try one more. There we go. Okay, so what the, oh, that's the
It's
final.
a mix.
It's
There's
a mix.
Three different in there. The mix.
Let's go. Getting better. Getting worse. That's it.
All right. Safety first. You have a hand?
Ah. Oh man, we are in the pickle here.
Get the mag out.
Well, I can't.
You got it. You good?
My hand hates me. All right, I couldn't wait for this to be over. This is not shooting. This is medieval torture. I'm done. That's the first time. Never seen that happen before. It decapitated the shell. I just decapitated this thing. See? That's failure to feed even. It's not even, doesn't even want to go in there. I'm wondering if it could be the magazines as well. Yeah, we tried loading fewer rounds. Instead of 5, we tried to do 4, just to see if that'll make a difference somehow. Maybe magazine spring is to blame, but that doesn't seem to be making a difference. See? That's part of the problem. It just doesn't want to load it in properly. Not sure why, but that's just not acceptable. See? Same thing. See? Look what it's doing to the shells. It's not loading a single one in there. Yeah. It's not reliable. Looks like it's not making a difference. What do I do? What? Oh, it doesn't even fit in there. All right, so we were scratching our heads trying to figure out what the malfunction was, because when we would try to chamber around, even manually, it just wouldn't go. It would stop halfway. Now remember that shell that got decapitated? I wondered where the rest of it went. Look inside. Just got stuck in there, basically unfired. Finally got this guy out. So this is what happened. Basically the primer cap, it was pierced, and basically it was fired round, but just the plastic body just got inside the tube and we didn't notice. So yeah, we took it out, and yeah, hopefully gonna try again now. It's crazy. One afterthought. So the more we shot it, seemingly the better it got. Still very unreliable. I was able to fire maybe most of this drum, cycled through most of it. I had a couple of failures to extract. Just had to extract manually. So I mean, it sort of works, but would I trust my life to this thing? Hell no. But for plinking, it's I guess just for having fun, especially if you like masochism, this thing's perfect. All right, so this seems to be another repeated failure. I think this is the third time we've gotten this, again with basically a decapitated primer cap that's just completely detached from the plastic portion of the shell, and it is again stuck inside. I'm not going to show you, but take my word for it. So we're going to have to clear it again. This is the third time, so could be the ammo, because once we switched to this brand, this is what started happening. But again, that's not supposed to happen. That's not good. So what can I say? I mean, we've tested the thing every way that we could. I really wanted to like this gun. As I told you, I like pretty much everything about it. I like the idea. I do like the way it looks. But if it doesn't work, then it's really just a paper. Alright, well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, but now me and my team want to hear from you. Let us know what you guys thought of this firearm. If you own one of these, if you were able to get it to recycle reliably. Unfortunately, I can't recommend you purchasing this, but maybe if you already have one and you just had a better time with it than I have, please let me know in the comments, or if you saw something that you think would help me improve my experience with this thing. Also, please let me know. I read all the comments. I really like to hear your feedback, and we'll see you next time on Gunlands.